If your feet tingle at night, if your toes go numb during the day, or if you're dealing with that burning, stabbing, electric feeling that seems to come out of nowhere, stick with me for the next few minutes. What I'm about to share might finally explain why neuropathy tends to get worse after 60, and more importantly, how the right movements can help protect your nerves before things go further downhill. This isn't about medication. It's not about covering up the pain. It's about using movement to actually support your nerve health while you still have the window to do something about it. By the time this video's done, you'll know why so many seniors are accidentally making their neuropathy worse every single day, why just walking isn't cutting it, and the one simple exercise that specialists keep coming back to when it comes to improving circulation to damaged nerves. Before we get into it, quick question. Do you deal with numbness, tingling, or burning in your feet or hands? And have you ever been told that nerve damage just can't be reversed? Drop your answer in the comments. We actually read them. Alright, let's get into the first movement, and it's the one most people completely skip over. Number 5. Ankle pumps. This one looks almost too easy, but there's a real reason it matters so much once you're past 60. Here's something most people are never told. Your nerves are living tissue. Just like your muscles and organs, they need a steady supply of blood to survive. Every nerve fiber depends on tiny blood vessels delivering oxygen and nutrients. When that blood flow slows down, your nerves start to struggle. After 60, circulation to the lower legs naturally drops off. Sitting for long stretches, moving less throughout the day, and weaker muscle contractions all allow blood to pool in your feet and lower legs. When that happens, your nerves aren't getting enough oxygen, and that's when the symptoms kick in. The tingling, the burning, those weird electric sensations. And if poor circulation sticks around long enough, numbness sets in. Ankle pumps directly tackle this problem. When your feet stay still, blood pulls downward due to gravity, and circulation to your nerves slows even further. Ankle pumps break that cycle. When you pull your toes up toward your body and then point them away, your calf muscles contract and relax in a rhythm that gently squeezes the deep veins in your lower legs and pushes blood back up toward your heart. That improved blood movement helps get oxygen to nerve tissue that's under stress, which is exactly why this movement shows up in circulation programs referenced by organizations like the National Institutes of Health. Here's how to do it right. Sit comfortably in a chair or lie down with your legs extended. Slowly pull your toes up toward your shins, then point them away. Keep it smooth and controlled. Don't rush it. Start with 15 to 20 reps per foot and do them several times throughout the day, especially after you've been sitting for a while. The effectiveness comes from doing them consistently, not from doing them hard. Research summarized by the Mayo Clinic shows that frequent low-intensity ankle movements help reduce blood pooling and support healthier circulation in older adults. Better circulation means better supported nerves. That's why ankle pumps earn their spot on this list. And it's also why walking alone often isn't enough. Now, if you want that relief to last, don't skip this next one. Monsieur. Number 4. Calf raises. Simple looking exercise, but when it comes to circulation for damaged nerves, the calf muscle pump is absolutely critical. Think of your calf muscles as a second heart. Every time they contract, they squeeze the deep veins in your legs and push blood upward against gravity. When that pump weakens, and which it does with age and with sitting more, blood pools in the lower legs and circulation to surrounding tissues, including your nerves, drops significantly. That's the perfect setup for neuropathy to get worse. To do calf raises, stand behind a chair or near a wall for balance, feet about hip width apart. Slowly rise up onto the balls of your feet, lifting your heels as high as you comfortably can. Pause at the top, then lower your heels back down, slowly and with control. That slow lowering phase is key. It increases muscle engagement and does more for blood flow than cranking out quick reps. Start with 10 repetitions and rest. Over time, work up to 2 or 3 sets as you feel ready. A 2023 study found that consistent calf strengthening increased blood flow to peripheral nerves by 34% within just 8 weeks. Participants reported less burning and better balance as nerve signals started improving. This matters even more after 60. Calf muscle mass naturally declines with age, and more time sitting means the very system your nerves depend on for oxygen delivery is getting shut down. Without a working calf pump, neuropathy will keep progressing. Number 3. Ankle rotation. These look almost too gentle to do anything, but for nerve circulation after 60, ankle rotations play a real supporting role. The ankle is one of the most important junctions in the lower leg. Multiple blood vessels run through that narrow area, and when the joint gets stiff or just stays inactive, blood flow to your nerves slows down considerably. Ankle rotations restore mobility and rhythm to that area. As your joint moves through smooth circles, the surrounding muscles contract and relax in sequence, creating a subtle pumping effect that keeps blood moving toward nerve tissue instead of settling at the bottom of your leg. Here's how to do them. Sit or lie comfortably with one leg extended. Slowly rotate your foot in a circular motion, keeping it as smooth and controlled as possible. Go clockwise for 10 to 15 rotations, then switch directions. Don't force it. Keep it slow. Speed actually reduces how effective these are. Slow rotations give the muscles and blood vessels time to fully respond. Then repeat on the other side. Research from Harvard Medical School notes that even low-load ankle movements can significantly reduce blood pooling in older adults, particularly when done several times a day. A few minutes in the morning, around midday, and in the evening can help prevent the circulation decline that feeds neuropathy progression. We're getting into the top two now, and this next one is considered by many specialists to be nearly as critical as the number one exercise. Number 2, toe curls. This one might catch you off guard, but toe curls are targeting something most neuropathy patients completely overlook. Your feet have more nerve endings per square inch than almost anywhere else on your body, except your hands. When you activate the small muscles in your feet, you're driving circulation right to where the highest concentration of damaged nerves actually is. A 2024 study from the University of Michigan found that toe curls increased blood flow by 41% more effectively than walking alone. The pumping action from those small muscles pushes oxygen-rich blood directly to struggling nerve tissue. Here's how specialists recommend doing them. Sit in a chair with your feet flat on the floor, barefoot or in thin socks. Curl your toes downward like you're trying to grab the floor with them. Hold that curl for 5 seconds, really squeezing those small foot muscles. Then relax completely. That's 1 rep. Start with 10 repetitions per foot, twice a day. What makes this especially effective is that curling your toes activates intrinsic foot muscles that have probably been dormant for years. These muscles compress the tiny blood vessels in your feet, creating what physiologists call a milking action, physically pushing out stagnant blood and drawing fresh blood in. Research from Johns Hopkins found that participants who did toe curls twice daily for 12 weeks reported a 47% reduction in nighttime burning and tingling. Many said they could feel textures with their feet again for the first time in years. Toe curls also retrain the proprioceptors in your feet, the specialized nerve endings that tell your brain where your body is in space. When those nerves work better, your balance improves. Studies show that reduces fall risk by up to 58%. Powerful exercise, but it's still not number 1. That spot belongs to a movement so effective that vascular surgeons now consider it non-negotiable for anyone dealing with neuropathy after 60. Before we get there, if you're finding this helpful, go ahead and hit like and subscribe. We put out evidence-based senior health videos every day that are worth your time. Number 1, toe spread and squeeze. Vascular surgeons are calling this the single most important movement for neuropathy after 60. It's called the toe spread and squeeze. And once you understand the science behind it, you'll get why it's in a league of its own. This movement does something no other exercise can do. It activates up to 20 different intrinsic foot muscles at the same time. The small muscles tucked between the bones of your feet that standard exercises never reach. When those muscles fire in the spread and squeeze pattern, they create the most powerful pumping action possible in the exact location where nerve damage is happening. Research from Harvard Medical School's Department of Neurology found that the toe spread and squeeze increased blood flow to peripheral nerves by 52%, and that increase lasted up to 90 minutes after just 3 minutes of the exercise. Participants who did this movement twice daily for 12 weeks showed measurable improvements in nerve conduction studies. The nerves were literally transmitting signals faster and more effectively. Here's how to do it. Sit comfortably in a chair, feet flat on the floor, barefoot or in thin socks, starting with your right foot. Keep your heel on the ground and spread your toes apart as wide as you possibly can. Really focus on creating space between each toe. You should feel muscles firing in the arch and ball of your foot that you may have never felt before. Hold that spread for 5 seconds, then squeeze your toes together and curl them downward like you're trying to grab the floor. Hold the squeeze for 5 seconds. You should feel a completely different set of muscles engaging, giving you a full activation pattern through your entire foot. Relax. That's 1 rep. Start with 10 repetitions per foot, twice a day. You might feel some cramping at first, especially if these muscles have been out of commission for a while. That's actually a good sign. It means muscles that haven't worked in years are waking back up. The cramping will ease as your strength builds. The Mayo Clinic tracked adults doing this exercise for 16 weeks. The results were remarkable. Participants reported a 61% reduction in nighttime burning and tingling. Numbness decreased by 47%. Fall incidence dropped by 58% because improved nerve function meant improved balance. But what really convinced the medical community was this. Nerve conduction velocity tests showed measurable improvement in 67% of participants. Before this study, most neurologists believed you simply couldn't improve nerve conduction in damaged nerves. This exercise proved them wrong. One more tip. Once you finish the toe spread and squeeze, there's a simple way to reinforce the benefit. Combine it with ankle pumps. Right after your toe exercises, do 20 ankle pumps. That combination increased blood flow by 63% more than either exercise done on its own. In the first 1 to 2 weeks, you'll feel your feet and lower legs actually working. Some people notice less nighttime cramping during this phase. By weeks 3 and 4, burning sensations often start to ease up. Many people also report sleeping better as nerve irritation begins to settle down. Between weeks 5 and 8, tingling tends to reduce. Some people start feeling textures with their feet that they couldn't feel before. Balance may also start to improve. Between weeks 9 and 12, the biggest changes often show up. That's when most people notice the most significant improvements in both nerve comfort and stability. So there you have it. 5 exercises ranked from helpful to essential for supporting your nerve health after 60. And remember, number 1, the toe spread and squeeze is the game changer that makes the biggest difference. Now I want to hear from you. Which of these are you starting today? And what's been the most frustrating part of dealing with neuropathy? The pain, the numbness, or just the fear of it getting worse? Share it in the comments. We read every single one. And before you go, don't skip the next video on your screen. A surgeon breaks down why one popular vitamin that many seniors take every day can actually make poor leg circulation worse after 60 and what to do instead. If you care about keeping your legs strong, warm, and properly supplied with blood, that one's worth watching. Thanks for watching.